Which choice best describes data from the table that supports the researcher's hypothesis? When hibernating, Alaska marmots and Arctic ground squirrels enter a state called torpor, which minimizes the energy their bodies need to function. Often, a hibernating animal will temporarily come out of torpor, called an arousal episode, and its metabolic rate will rise, burning more of the precious energy the animal needs to survive the winter. Alaska marmots hibernate in groups and therefore burn less energy keeping warm during these episodes than they would if they were alone. A researcher hypothesized that because Arctic ground squirrels hibernate alone, they would likely exhibit longer bouts of torpor and shorter arousal episodes than Alaska marmots. So this table here shows Alaska marmots and Arctic ground squirrels comparing their torpor bouts, duration per bout in days, arousal episodes, and duration per episode. And the claim here is that because the Arctic ground squirrel hibernates alone, they would have longer bouts of torpor, which would compare these values, and shorter arousal episodes than Alaska marmots, which would be comparing these values. So choice A says, the Alaska marmot's arousal episode lasts for days, while the Arctic ground squirrel's arousal episode lasts for less than a day. This is incorrect for two reasons. One, the hypothesis is about both the length of the bouts of torpor and the length of the arousal episodes. But this option A only discusses the length of arousal episode. And also because the information here is wrong. It's saying that the Alaska marmot's arousal episode lasted for days, whereas it's only lasting for 21.2 hours, which is less than a day. B. The Alaska marmots and the Arctic ground squirrels both maintain torpor for several consecutive days per bout on average. So this is incorrect because, like A, it only discusses the bouts of torpor, not talking about arousal episodes. C. Alaska marmots had shorter torpor bouts and longer arousal episodes than the Arctic ground squirrels did. So this is saying that the Alaska marmots had shorter torpor bouts, which is true because they had 13.81 days of torpor bouts, while the Arctic ground squirrels had 16.77 days, and longer arousal episodes, which is also true because their arousal episodes were 21.2 hours, whereas the ground squirrel was only 14.2 hours. So C seems to be the correct answer. D. Alaska marmots had more torpor bouts than arousal episodes, but their arousal episodes were much shorter than their torpor bouts. This is incorrect because the hypothesis compares the Arctic ground squirrels with Alaska marmots, whereas this option only discusses the Alaska marmots. So D is incorrect, and C is the correct choice.